Welcome to my nature-inspired shared wardrobe. I collect lots of dreamy, natural and floral dresses that usually are thrifted or bought from sustainable and fair trade small brands. Today I am picking out some dresses that I will be sharing and selling through my Instagram and Vinted page. I am selecting the dresses that I haven't worn for a long time, and dresses that I have recently thrifted but don't fit me very well. I only have a certain amount of hangers in my wardrobe and I forbid myself to buy more. So if I buy a new or thrifted item, another one has to go. And after collecting for so many years, this means that sometimes I have to let go of real gems that hurt my heart. But it just doesn't feel right to leave so many dresses in my wardrobe collecting dust. I much rather share them with you so they get the love and enjoyment they deserve. I am photographing the items in my little kitchen and living space, and I use my Sony camera with a wide-angle lens to take photos of them. I've been a clothing collector since I was a child. Since I was 12 years old, I always bought my own clothes from my pocket money. I got 30 euros each month from my parents until my first weekend job at the age of 14. And that usually wasn't enough to buy the popular expensive brands that all my classmates were wearing. So at this point in my life, I discovered thrifting already. I did lots of trips to the thrifting mall with my friends and my two sisters, and I could spend hours searching for a fun outfit. When I moved to London at age 16, my habit of collecting clothes took a concerning turn. Around this time, the Primark chain took over Europe and offered very cheap, trendy clothing. And my easily influenced 16-year-old mind could not resist their shop windows every time I walked past them in Oxford Street. Without thinking about anything else than my own desires, I ended up always buying more fast fashion that I threw away in clothing dumpsters way too quickly. Because the quality was low, the fit was off, or because I just lost interest in it, as my eyes were always looking for something new. It was only until a few years later that I became aware of the impact fast fashion has on the environment. How so much clothing ends up in landfills, and how chemical and synthetic fibers pollute nature and therefore us, humans. I was a vegetarian around this time and also considered vegan fashion for a bit, but I quickly realized that those labels were usually used for greenwashing plastic and unnatural products. I made it my mission to exchange my plastic fast fashion wardrobe for clothing that was sustainably produced, ethically made from natural fibers or vintage and thrifted. To lower the impact of my not to be silenced hunger of collecting, and to feel comfortable and beautiful in the clothes that I'm wearing. But it became another addiction. I searched in thrift shops, vintage boutiques, online marketplaces to find the most beautiful treasures. The fabrics were more sturdy and breathable, the fits were precisely designed to fit a grown woman's body, and the new clothes I collected had a whole different kind of energy in them, and I loved it. When my wardrobe overflowed again, I decided just to quit buying so much new clothes. This was around the time that I moved to Norway for half a year. For those months I lived in 3 adventurous outfits that I absolutely loved. And these items are still in my wardrobe today, as they take me back to Norway's peace when I wear them. Once I came home from Norway, I was very excited to be able to hunt for more clothes again. By thrifting from online marketplaces, I noticed how easily I could resell my misfits and forgotten gems myself as well. Around 6 years ago, I started selling my own pre-loved clothing through a Facebook group called Bohemian Marketplace. I did little photo shoots in the garden of my student flat and I sold my items through bidding. A platform called United Wardrobe was invented and later Vinted, a platform that I use a lot to find items from brands that I love and to sell the clothes that I'm not wearing. Last year I made the Instagram page Atelier Cedar Forest for my wardrobe, to share it with you. I've been creating clothes myself by knitting, crocheting, sewing, that I also showcase on here. I have just shared my first crochet pattern of a summer halter dress that I hope I will be still able to wear this rainy summer. As I've been sharing so much of my pre-loved clothes with you, I do notice that I've become a bit reckless again in the amount of items that I collect, in knowing that I could always just sell them again. And I am so aware that these platforms promote overconsumption and have their impact on the environment as well because of shipment transportation. I've been working in transport as a cycling career, delivering packages to people's homes during COVID. And I do know now that my packages not magically appear in my hands. We impact a whole chain of activity and energy with every online order that we make. Be kind and grateful to your mailman or receiver at the parcel pickup point. They do hard work for you. I choose consciously to not hide away my clothing in closets or boxes. All of my clothes are visible on hangers in my room. That way I get reminded of my overconsumption all the time and invited to make more conscious choices. Although fashion is a very controversial topic, I am so grateful of experiencing the confrontation with its ins and outs. In this process, I have found my expression and passion, from upcycling, repairing fabrics, and creating new garments from scratch, to honoring pre-loved items that were labeled as junk by someone else. I get so much inspiration from other small clothing brands that create a fair trade chain of beautifully designed items, crafted in harmony with nature and humankind. And as much as I like to create a garment all by myself, I do think it's wonderful how humankind is able to collaborate in such an effective way, to bundle our talents and wisdom from our ancestors in creating garments with the world for the world. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to check out my shared wardrobe, you can visit my Instagram, Atelier Cedar Forest, or check out my Vinted page. I hope my story gave you some inspiration or recognition. Tell me all about your own fashion journeys in the comments. I would love to hear them.